So I finished reading both books of the Lost Books of Adam and Eve. And outside of Enoch, that has got to be the most interesting book that I've ever read. And I've read the other Lost books, but that one, whew, it was long and I could not stay out of it. But I'm just going to tell you, I cannot count on my hands how many times Adam and Eve died or killed themselves. And the reason why it's so interesting, because they just told us a little bit about Adam and Eve. And what they said never did even make sense. It never made sense. They told us that Adam and Eve had two sons, Cain and Abel. So you just telling me that we was all made off of Adam and Eve, Cain and Abel? So everybody was messing with Eve? I mean, it just never made sense. But the main thing that caught me in this was that fact, and I'm going to come and talk more about it because I cannot possibly tell all of the stories in the book of Adam and Eve. But the main thing that caught me was that they were tricked by Satan so many times. And he wouldn't come to them like Satan, like looking like Satan. He would come to them looking like what they wanted to see or as Christ. And all I could think about the whole time I'm reading is like, how do we not know that we being tricked right now? How do we not know that we being tricked by what we think that we believe in and by what seems normal to us and what was passed generations and generations down to us to where we've had fear to only believe that? How do we know we ain't got tricked? He would come to them like an angel. He came to them as he was God, like he was God. He came to them like an old man. Every time he tricked them and it worked. And a couple of them times they caught on to it and they went and asked God, like, God, is this really you? And God would come to him and say, no, that's not me. That's the one who tricked you guys the first time. But the times that they didn't go ask, God didn't say a word. He said and watched them. Like, are y'all going to ever come and ask, God, is this really you? And so if we even never ask, God, is this really even you? We could be we could be tricked on everything that we've ever believed in. It could be all trickery. It could be the trick of the enemy. And he made it look so good every time. Every time he tricked them, it seemed believable. Like, you would believe it yourself. So how do we not know this whole time what we've been believing in is just been a big old trick from Satan?